Hey guys, what's up? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Daki. I'm so happy to be in your faces. The euphoria of the fact that tomorrow is Friday, the Good Friday, and a lot of people are actually waiting to see what tomorrow looks like. Let me help you guys to understand that. For the Good Friday, I think the idea of the word Good Friday it's actually simple as the word explains. Good Friday. What it means is you have to. It's. I think that was the triumphant entry where Jesus actually went to Jerusalem. People came out with their clothes and all of that. So what it meant was that they were good to Jesus and all of that. So for Christians all over the world celebrating Good Friday tomorrow, make sure you have good to somebody, give somebody food. Don't eat that food alone. If you kill that animal at where, make sure you share with somebody, your neighbors, people you think they need that in more and everything. Make sure you share love tomorrow to make sure it is actually indeed a Good Friday. In the meantime, happy Easter in advance. I think that's right for that Easter in advance. Anyway, just today to the news. Somebody actually over yesterday dropped a project. You know the way project drop is the fact that as an artist, you do like you drop like a snippet, then you do like a build up thingy, and you announce like a date. People are waiting for that new date and all of that. But this person has grown wings in such a way that he just wrote on his poem and like new song 8 p.m. Like what audacity! But trust me, only one person can do all of that. We'll get to the news in a short time. Straight up, so let's begin with the man of the moment, Davido. I think for me, this is how I want to, I want to see Davido. I love the fact that he's smiling back, and this is the Davido we all missed and we all want to have back. And trust me, it's giving us the euphoria back to back. Moving on to somewhere drop this project, the Timeless project, 17 track project. At the moment, unavailable is that one that a lot of persons are vibing to. I think if you comment out with TikTok space and everything, you want to find at every seven options you have, like when you go to like seven, you always see somebody doing a unavailable thingy. I think I need to learn that dance step, like, and you yeah, like a ringing the bell thingy, amazing one, and the team are really doing amazing effort to make sure that one is going viral at the moment. Moving on to for the Timeless album, I made like some Spotify debut chart and all of that. I'm going to go through some of them in a bit. We saw where it became number two on the top album global, became the joint highest debut for an African album, and then number seven for the top album USA. It became the second highest debut for an African album. Davido, ever since he dropped this one, yeah, it has been about the first or the second or the first or the first or the only. Like it's just been the new. It's been in the news because this album is more like that project that is taking him everywhere. I think it's just safe to say it was worth the wait because waiting for that long to get a project, trust me, it was really, really worth the wait. Moving on, we saw where Davido came out to say he'll be performing and speaking at the 2023 Forbes Under 30 Summit in Gabon, Botswana on April 23rd to 26th, and he's saying hit the link for 50% off tickets. So in case you want to be there, Davido is saying follow this link and you get a 50% off ticket. For the Forbes, yeah, Forbes are like one body that actually does like compilation of like richest persons and all of that, influential persons, and as it were, and having Davido. So it's more like a very serious event. But then they're having one man who's going to perform in the song from Timeless Project and also speaking at the summit. Trust me, it doesn't come better than this. Moving on, we saw where Bukayo Saka, one of the not like one, I think the best player in Arsenal at the moment, come out to actually show love to Davido by posting the Timeless Praise on his Instagram story. And the way song, I think there's a way when the song will go viral and everything. Is fact that when these guys in the UK, in the US, like international space, start posting your projects, what it means is the fact that a lot of person will start going to see what has Saka posted, then they go back to see, let me see what he has posted, and they start streaming, and obviously the result shows back in the chat. Big one for Saka on that one. By the way, they've been talked about how Saka is Nigerian and all of that, but by the way, he plays for the English national team and he's doing amazingly well for the English national team. Should he go back to Nigeria? That's your business. And we saw where Asake actually had this one saying the person he loves to work when it comes to writing. He said it's Peruzzi. Peruzzi replied saying, "So exciting, my bro. Big love to Davido and Asasika for always engaging my professionalism. Trust me, 30BG is a whole big family." Timeless is set to make a huge debut on next week album chart, currently set to debut with 51.4 million on-demand streams in its first week, breaking the previous record of Mr. Money with the Vibe Asake with 43.6 million. Like, how did these guys do all of these things? But yeah, just at the moment, Davido has broken that one and is about 51.4 million at the moment. Timeless has tallied about over 22 million streams on Boomplay Nigeria after 4 days. I'm surpassing the record of Love Damini with 18.8 million after 4 days. So 18.8 million was Love Damini. The video is 22 million. That's about 3.2 million gap. 3.2 million gap. Trust me. This is not just the time to now say the video is this big guy is better. It's just a time to just say these guys have been doing it. I think they've been doing it for the lockdown, and it's a big win for Afrobeat, and we all are happy they are in the conversation. Moving on, so I think this is like the big one. I know I saw Davido actually did like was like we did it, and then you saw Davido Timeless becomes the first African album in history. Like there's a way these people do this news, and you're like, Kilo there, calm down now. And they're like, the Davido Timeless album become the first African album in history to reach #1 on US iTunes. Now this news could have been better if you had said Davido become the first person you get, but then you have to make it so big and like the first African album in history. Trust me, it has never happened this way before to reach #1 on US iTunes. Big one for him. So #1 is the Davido with Timeless. #2, Morgan Welling, and #3, Luke Combs. For this Morgan, yeah, it's an amazing story. We saw, I think about 2 weeks ago, thereabouts for the Billboard 100, Morgan had almost all spot, and they were talked about how we're going to go advanced and everything before Rema went to #8. But Morgan really had it on lockdown. But now Davido has overtaken Morgan and is now on #1. Big win to Davido on that one. Yesterday was the fifth, and we saw Davido actually turning up in the UK for his show. And a very big one because we've seen how the US fans actually reasoning with him on that one, where he was so happy. They would actually tripped up to the crowd, they held him, all of that. I think people are actually saying stuff like, "Are you not scared? What if they stab you? What if they steal or something?" Yeah, but trust me, I'm sure we'd have emptied his pocket before he did none of that. By the way, it was in the UK, and he gave these fans a moment of their life. We saw where he went as far as Gobe, bringing like old songs and Aye, and then coming back to the Timeless project. It was, I think it's just for those concert or shows or something. You can't get it wrong because he knows exactly what to do when it comes to song selection and all of that. An amazing one, a very very successful night for Davido. The next up is Nigeria 23rd. Let's see. If you're going to be if you're going to be going for that one, let me see. Like, just come to commercial. Let me see. You're going to be going. Let's see how many of us are going to be there, and let's link up when we get there. Anyways, moving on, we saw Juju talking about Israel DMW came out in his full regalia, the white thingy and the agbada, with equal actually on stage to actually have fun. We saw them actually come out to say they cannot wait to have equal. I think he said the alien not be here basically, but then I'm sure he couldn't wait really, so he had to bring. Someone said he imported Israel to the UK, and Israeli had an amazing time over the show. It was a big one, and a very very eventful one for the DMW. Asake is the next guy on the news, the man who has the mind and bowels. We saw where he actually dropped snippets for this one, and people were actually asking questions at the time because he did the yoga thingy, yeah, and then it was more like an experiment, experimented sound, and people were like, okay, yoga is not that bad, but some person preferred the whole Amapiano and Ashake, and some person were like, you know what, let's just stick to this one. But regardless, he did this snippet, and people were like, oops, when are you dropping this one? We saw where he came out with the snippet for this one, and people actually giving it name. We saw people trying to name the album, name the single, and all of that, all of that. But now, we're sure we have a name for what that one is. In the meantime, we saw where he came through the video on No Competition. Amazing project, decent collaboration. Asake came through 100%. At the moment, this song has surpassed 1 million streams on Spotify. That's really a big win for both Davido and Asake. Anyways, we saw Asake yesterday saying new music out 8 p.m. Otojo Meta. That actually means like it's been a while basically. And they talks about you're on those projects with no competition. You understand, you know where it's coming from. You understand the whole phase he has been through. Then you sang with him on the project, and now you're dropping your own project without even giving. You didn't give us a date to actually anticipate. It just came at like 8 p.m. So what's up with that one? Like what I trying to do and all of that. There was more like a fake chat that actually came out where we had the Davido and the second thingy, where people were like saying the was replying to a second message and all of that. Regardless, but the people actually saying, Ashake, why would you do this and all of that? But it's just a way of saying he wants to give his fans something. And we called that one 230. 230 is the song. And trust me, if you listen to that song, you actually know what he meant by that one. Amazing one, amazing piano. I think for the piano he used here, it's kind of different. It's not the piano we're used to. So he had like a different infuse of that. And it really came out. Ashake has like this is the way it comes through when it comes to piano. And this time it came through 100%. No missing. So it's a very decent from Ashake, and we all are so happy to have this guy back. For some persons, they call him the landlord of the chat. So let's see what happens in coming days. Hopefully, maybe 230 is enough to drive the video from #1. Let's see what the coming days look like for Asake. Falz the bad guy is the next guy on the news. We saw where Falz is like an activist here, more like a singer. He does like everything. He sings, he acts, he's into activism, he does all of that. But one department he takes so dear to his heart is the fact that I want to see a better Nigeria. We saw where he came out to say, talking about the governorship election in Lagos State, saying you were not re-elected, you selected yourself. Everybody saw it unfold. You are only deceiving yourself. Talking about replying to what the governor of Lagos State said at the time. And moving on to somewhere he dropped his new single called Mr. Yakub, and then he came out to explain why. He said, Mr. Yakub mirrors the account of events that transpired in the last election. The rules and regulations meant to guide this election were jettisoned by the INEC chairman. The lack of transparency was glaring, and the belief that there was some foul play involved. That was Falz talking on why he did the song Mr. Yakubu. He had Vector on that one, and it was an amazing, decent jam from both of them. Now they've come out to say, me and Vector will be having a joint project, and he said a joint EP, joint EP in a bit. And then the twist to this is the fact that so when they drop the Yakub vibe, yeah, so they left it open for people to come and drop their verses and all of that. So they are saying they're going to select like the best three features of that one that will be they're going to select the best three features from the samples people have made, and these guys will join them on the EP. So a very big EP, but then we're going to be having some new faces on the EP. And then moving on for this one, we have Tenny Makanaki as the last babe of the news. Amazing person. For Tenny, it's just the fact that she gets beautiful every day. Amazing one, and we are so happy for her on that one. We saw where she was actually vibing to a new song and showing off her reflexes and her flexibility, bending down, standing up, doing all of that. And amazing one for Tenny on that one. We saw where Shana team came through that one. She said, I'm about that life, no days off. I think for this beat, yeah, I don't know if you've seen this one, but it's actually like a very, very fast beat, like so it's actually a very, very fast beat, and Tenny really came through 101%. Like really no bad vibe on that one. She really, really ate the song. Like people are really asking questions. Tenny, when we someone saying vibe machine, Otilo means like it's gone. So the question is Tenny, when are you dropping this one? Tenny came out to actually announce to us that album is done, album is ready, album is finished, album is base. What we are waiting for is to give you guys. But then she said the world is not ready. Tenny is saying you guys are not ready for me because my album is out, but you guys are not ready. For Tenny, she has been a bit quiet for the year, but trust me, she's saying she's coming back with a whole big banger. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one on Ghost News. We can't wait to catch you guys on the very next one.